Hi, welcome. Today's question is, what does being mean to me? So what does being mean to me? Hi, I'm Viv Bannigan, dedicated founder of Granuaile Limited, a bespoke training and mentoring company based here in the heart of London, and I help women navigate change. They may feel a lack of confidence, overwhelmed, confused about the next step in their journey, and particularly wanting insight on their personal landscape and vision for their future. And we here at Granuaile share tools and techniques, including our flagship program, The Map, to support them move forward with clarity and confidence. So, this is all about female leadership. Men, women have access to female energy. So, if you're watching this, you're more than welcome. I'm really focusing on female leadership, particularly where there are women who have felt that they have to adhere to others' approval or standards over a period of time, where they haven't felt emotionally connected, and so they feel maybe within themselves, what is my being? Is it better to fit in with everybody else, which obviously society's hierarchical way, a masculine way of doing things, doesn't really help, when for hundreds of years and thousands of years women have been seen as second class citizens, and we're in the second or third generation stepping forward. There also means to be a healing with that. So when we're talking about being, we're talking about unique female leadership. We're talking about the bigger picture. It's about stepping into your own truth. It's about watching your thoughts, understanding where they come from, where the limiting beliefs are, how you feel, what your emotions are telling you. How does that align to your thoughts? Are they supportive? If you're in feminine energy, we are more aligned to allowing our emotions and our creativity to go. There's valuable information there. Recognizing that we can move, that we have the ability to be able to move and to make decisions and choices and interact with all of that's going on around us in a conscious, healthy way to support our well-being. And well-being, I tap into the definition of Jervis and Miller, two psychologists, where women are in their well-being when they have the support of family, friends, their businesses. They're able to multitask and actually to evolve their environment to suit their stage in life. Women are a lot more, or because of our biological way, are a lot more evolutionary. And what has happened in the past is that because of constructs that we have in society, or the way things have been, or the exposure we might have been to as children, there maybe have been a loss of being. So we can end up feeling very disassociated, or finding that we might be hiding our real truths because we may worry or be concerned about how it goes down with somebody else. And so this is an opportunity to really look at the truth, because this year is a year 5. It's all about questioning what you're in denial of, and it's also about setting your intentions for the future and getting and moving past some lessons that can be quite painful when we look at them, to be able to identify our natural resources, tools and techniques that will support our well-being as we move forward, and let go of those limiting thoughts, those limiting beliefs, those experiences that served a purpose but may no longer be useful at this time, so that we can create the environment that we want to operate. And that's really what is at the heart of the matter. That is really what this work is about, and taking that opportunity to really look at some of the real issues at the situation, and be able to bring them up in a very curious, creative way. This is not therapy, this is about tools and resources, but being able to do it in a supportive way that's going to transform into something very positive, give you back your voice, give you back your foundation, and also give back in a way that you're able to move forward in your world and have it reflected back to you, the challenges that are going to support your growth, rather than challenges and obstacles that hold us back, because we end up in this conflict between our head and those limiting beliefs versus what we actually feel would be in the best interest of our well-being. And then we can't move, because when the head and the heart aren't aligned, nobody moves. It's getting the head and the heart aligned to be able to move forward. So my invitation for today is to use the Just Stop lesson. If you're not used to the Just Stop lesson, the Just Stop is about finding a pause in our day. We're very much living in an action-orientated world. This is about taking a step back and creating a partnership within yourself. our world is a reflection of what is going on. So when you're tapping into your being, this is your experience of your body, your environment, your mind, your body, your soul, how it's all interacting, and taking a bit of a pause to actually look at it. And you can do this by meditation, and there's plenty of meditations on YouTube, or taking a moment where you just become quiet and just start to watch and to breathe through that exercise, and just being open to what is being mirrored around you. One way of doing this exercise might be at night when you go to bed, start to walk back through your day and just be curious about some of the comments that came up, particularly words, because I grew up in a generation where I was told sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you, and words do hurt. And it's something that I've become more mindful of as I've gotten older, and a bit more wary about where those red flags are. So, and sometimes because of that, we can go looking for that self-sabotage. So that's a way of doing it through the night, just being curious and creative and about what's going on. It's not about perfectionism, it's just about observing about what being means to me. And if a situation has come up, inviting yourself to look at it in a different way going forward. Changes always require an initiation from one state to another. So we have to face sometimes what scares us and take ownership of what we may have that limiting belief in order to transform it. It's actually 90% of the work is just acknowledging some of those limiting beliefs, so then you can create the changes that you can choose to create. Remember, choice is just an option. You have a yes choice, a no choice, or an alternative choice. It's about having an experience. But having well-being is about creating that world in where you feel that you are grounded, that you have come into your own, that you are having that full experience of alignment between your head, heart, and your soul, so that you can observe your challenges and also go towards the challenges that are going to allow your growth, and the opportunities that are going to allow your growth, rather than staying stuck in this conflict internally, which causes more harm than good over long periods of time. Because personally for me, it's about safety. It's about feeling safe. And for me, that's about being emotionally met, in terms of feeling. Being is about my emotional experience. I'm a very academic, intellectual person, but for me, a lot of it's about the feeling. And when I don't feel safe, I shut down, so those challenges and opportunities don't arise. Whereas when I do feel emotionally safe, I'll go after the challenges and opportunities that will open me up. And I discovered this. I know we keep going back to sailing, but it was my passion that helped me unpack this, because prior to that, I would very much react from a thinking brain. I very much was a person who had to be told what to do. Not that I needed, so some of my friends would say that's not true, but actually in many respects, there were certain things that I had gotten into a situation where I was just reacting all the time to being told. And so I lost my voice in many respects. I wasn't very communicative, because the only way I could really react was by kind of shutting down and throwing up a few millimeters, well, maybe foots of walls. And it was through that interacting with something that I was passionate about, that my heart was really passionate about, that I started to open that up, and I started to notice, because people were reflecting it back to me, that I was always in my head when I was sailing, and I needed to get out of my head because it wasn't my natural way of being. And when I wasn't in my head, I was a pretty good sailor. When I was in my head, I was a nightmare. And so by interacting with something I was passionate about, by building that community and opening myself to being grounded, because you can't get on a boat without being grounded, it's a bit scary otherwise, and it started to open that up. And that's really what this journey of self-expression is about. So be mindful of areas where you're watching things in your environment that are closing you down, where you would rather open up. But what is it that's triggering that lack of safety? Is it there a misalignment, and what's causing it? Because even just acknowledging it just opens doors to change things, to bring other experiences into your environment so that you can go on your journey again. Many of the times these are here for us to experience through our lives. So that's all I'm going to say for today. Remember, the first person one needs is oneself, mind, body and spirit. If you would like to check out our free masterclass Navigating Change with Intention, because all of the work we do here is through heartfelt intention, please go to our website and you will be able to access the free course and the materials there as well. If you would like to book a clarity call, please do. I love to find out more about what people are up to. Until then, have a wonderful day wherever you are and take care.